The segment is what differentiates Cannadri from the competitors. When we started Cannadri, we really wanted to make sure that our products were different and really came from a grower's perspective. And some of these things that we've done to set ourselves apart is making sure our units are going to perform well at lower temperatures, making sure we have a standard size filter that is easily found at most retailers, adding things like a stainless steel condensate drain pan, making sure that it's a product that's going to last for a long time. It's not going to rot out. A lot of little teeny things we've done, making sure that the panels are really easily removable, that you can access almost all sides of the unit from a serviceability component.
The funny thing is, like, talk to the point, is that condensate pan. There's a lot of units that I saw, we've been to enough grow sites and I recall going to one site and the guy had thrown out 12 of these other competitors' products. And every single one, all that happened was they have galvanized drain pans and they rusted out. So nothing else was wrong with it, but because it couldn't collect the drain and all the water, it would just pour out, right? So literally because of something that was probably a few dollars, cost them to replace, $100,000 of the equipment, right? So that, when we had that thought, it's like, well, how can we make this better, right? I mean, and that's where it's at. It's like, well, let's put a stainless steel pan in and not have the issue of corrosion destroying this pan in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? I don't want this $5 part to be the differentiator of why somebody has to throw our unit out, right? So
exactly,
that's definitely a big difference.
One of the other thing that kind of dovetails into that as well is right above the drain pan is our condenser coil, which we've epoxy coated. And this is simply to improve efficiency, to make it so it's going to last longer, avoid corrosion. And that water that drains off of that coil isn't going to have some of the heavy metals that other coils are going to have when they're draining into your drain tray. So it does allow you the potential for being able to reclaim your water without as much risk of contamination.
Well, the epoxy actually gives the coil smoothness. So by having that smoothness to the coil, the dirt and debris can't actually stick to it as much. And as the condensation forms on the coil, it helps remove the dirt and debris. So it's almost self-cleaning in a sense, which is kind of neat, right?
Yeah.
But definitely epoxy-coated coils make a big difference overall.
And I think that's it for how we're different.
Quick little burp, right?
Yeah.
Just some differences.